the things that usually people tell you when you're young, that especially when you're girls, that when you grow up you have to wash clothes, cook, basically do things around the house. And the dads usually were the ones that had to go to work since very early in the morning and come back and, be able to relax because they usually are the breadwinners. 2026, things have changed a little bit, you know, around the years, especially because lots of men, when you get married, they expect you to already know and do all these things because those are the things that they're going to be looking at when you're in the dating phase. Believe me, just how you're studying them, they're studying you. And as weird as it sounds, you also, like, when you're looking for a perfect husband, they're looking for a perfect wife. So basically, if you're a girl that likes to cook, likes to clean, it's gonna be very easily for you to, be hooked with somebody. And sometimes there's a case where they can be a person that can clean, they can, you know, have stability, but they don't have emotional stability. Because we're all human, and sometimes not perfect. Like, that's what life's about. So, especially today, I want to talk about of the things that made me learn from a very young age that I don't have to follow that. Instead of I just follow my intuition and the things that goals and needs that I feel like that goes with what I want, not what other people are saying. Since I was very young, there were a lot of people that they were very sure they want to be parents, that they wanted to have a family, and I didn't see myself like that. I saw myself mostly being creative, doing my own life, and maybe, just maybe, I can be a mom. And I still don't feel ready, and I'm just turning 30 on Saturday. So, this video is for to let you know, whatever age you are, if you're under your 40s, it's still a good time, for you to have that focus on yourself. And I still say until your 40s because, hey, Anne Hathaway is pulling out that baby at 43. Okay, babe? So if she did it, any of us can do it. With good health and good mentality, anything's possible. So don't limit yourself. Had a lot of friends being rushed into things because we're getting into our 30s. Honey, nothing comes good when it's rushed, and I don't want to, you know, put a bad faith on anybody, but I feel like the things are better when, it takes its time and no pressure. So I feel like I have no pressure at all of getting married or having my kid anytime soon. I'm really having fun of the process, of right now our process is finding a home. So if you have been in that process, it's a long process. It can take 1 to 2 years. So we're on that. And I feel like we grow up with this stigma that we have to have by 20, you know, our goals and, our things right by the book. And it's not always like that, Sometimes what happened with me and what I've seen a lot of people is that you start studying something and then you end up changing it to something else, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Don't think of yourself that you're the worst person for changing degrees. And I'm gladly to say that because I feel like lots of people, they feel ashamed of it, and you shouldn't feel ashamed of it. Feel proud of yourself, honey, that you're able to, walk with it with security, and you're not afraid of what's the future holding you. So just keep on going, whatever you're doing, and don't stop for anything. Especially like if, like I said before, you haven't had a family yet, it's very, everything is on your court. You know what I mean? Because you don't have any kids yet. So you can do so many things with your time and especially with your peace. Nothing wrong with being a mom, but yes, you do have a lot of peace when you're on your own, you know? So take that time to advantage. Maybe take an acting class or salsa class. I am from Puerto Rico. And, try to experience the things that you haven't done in a long time. You will feel instant connection with your inner self into your higher self. They be making you think that you need a house, you need the car, you need the family, you need everything you finish high school. Hey, the other day I was giving out flyers and at the school, and there was kids driving Mercedes, you know, Teslas, and all these nice cars. I was like, yes, like okay, I would love my kid to be living that, but what are you trying to teach them there? Okay, to live a high quality life, but what's wrong with giving them a Toyota or, a lower? I'm not going to talk much about that. The simple, the better. I learned with time, and the less debt you have, the better. Because the more money you owe, the more problems you will have. You don't have to fall into what everybody says that you have to already have a family, already figure out by out of high school. You can literally live your own life on your own for a while and figure it out on your own, and it will be okay. So that's the purpose of why I decided to make this video today for you, for to be able to use you to have a better, clear vision of how you're gonna be in your 20s and your 30s, and it can seem bad, but believe me, it'll get a little better, especially if you live with good faith. My name's Lily. Talk about manifestation, alignment, and so forth. So yeah, I feel like with everything that we talked, so far, it's better to build your relationships, with your family, with your nephews, with your grandparents, before even considering, walking out and marrying somebody. And I feel like that something that time taught me, and especially losing my grandmother, like it made me realize that I do have to spend more time with my family, and time doesn't come back. So that's one of the other purposes why I try to make this kind of content for you, and to always live in the moment, girl. If you've done mistakes, if anything what I've said makes you feel like, damn, like I'm doing it wrong, do not think that. I'm not here. We are not here to judge anybody. We're here to learn and feel more grounded. So we learn together because hey, I did the mistakes myself. So we are not all perfect, okay? I feel like our video today seems pretty full for the message that I wanted to give. If you ever want me to speak any other topics, please leave it in the comment below. Subscribe. Let me know if you feel like resonated with anything of what I'm saying, because it always feels good when you see people that, oh yes, I do feel like I feel what you're saying and I lived it. So if any of you feel like that, I would love to see your comment below. And thank you so much for being here. See you tomorrow.